Welcome to Minecraft. This is the Lovins Van Nuys house that I've been working on. Fun, fun, fun. In the sun, sun, sun. What's different than the actual real house is it's snowing outside, or there's snow outside. It doesn't snow in Van Nuys. It's somehow fitting that there's snow outside. At best, it hailed once. We were amazed. We had never even seen snow. It wasn't until later that I had my first experience with snow. I thought it was neat stuff. Then I got burnt out on it in about 5 minutes. Okay. So I'm in my bedroom. There's my bed. The one I most identify with. Though I did sleep down there and I did sleep up there a couple times. There's my closet where my toys were in a toy chest with white vinyl on it. And I'd leave my toys on the floor and my mother would dump them into the toy chest. And then there were times when I would look for my toys and they were just gone. My mother got so fed up with all the toys that the grandmothers gave us, she would just throw them away. We were so stupid, I didn't even realize where my toys had gone until much later. Like, who's throwing away all my toys? Where did they go? There were some cool toys too. So I put in these 2 campfires. We never lit a fire in the Van Nuys house. We didn't have to. It was warm. We didn't even do it for atmosphere for Christmas or anything. One year, Santa Claus from the church came and visited us, and he sat here, and we were amazed that Santa Claus was in the house. Okay, there was a window that I remember, and I was getting really bored. There's a raisin box there. That's when I learned that raisins were made by drying grapes out in the sun. Maybe my mother or dad explained it to me. I was amazed. Wow, that's how raisins were made. Here's our television. We had a black and white for years. We didn't have color until 1977 or 1978. So this is where I watched The Twilight Zone, The Monkees, Gilligan's Island, Bewitched, Andy Griffith. Okay. So what did I do there? Is that supposed to be a washing machine? No, that's where I put my comics in one time to avoid my brother destroying them, and there was a water pipe and it leaked all over my comics. They were still readable. Oh, here's the washing machine and dryer. Okay. And there's my room. There's my parents' bedroom. It's a little bit too small. Here's a piano I built today. Everyone in my family will recognize the piano. We built it in the Bountiful house. A couch, I think it was green plaid. It was pretty ugly. Well, I liked it. It was pretty comfortable. This is where I was holding my sister and I was throwing her up and she accidentally hit her head here and she was crying. She was okay though, but I felt bad. I still feel bad for years. It was an accident. My mother wasn't upset with me. It was just an accident. So somehow I screwed up and I didn't put my oldest brother's room in. I guess I just block him out of my memory whenever I can. So I'm going to put it downstairs. There wasn't a downstairs. In Van Nuys, the water table is 12 feet under the ground, from what I heard. So I don't care about his bedroom. I couldn't make it fit. I didn't even remember it until it was too late. Okay. The kitchen has had some development. Here's the corner table where I used to hide under when the parents were having arguments and every kid in the house was crying and the parents were throwing dishes at each other, and I would hide under here and I would stay there for as long as possible, and no one would even come look for me. They didn't even wonder where I was. Here's the oven. The best thing my father ever cooked was spinach omelets. They were really good. That's the only time I ever liked spinach. My mother used to have a crock pot here, and we didn't like anything she made in the crock pot. We dreaded dinner. We liked it when the father brought home chicken or takeout and brought it home. It was better than anything my mother could cook. Here's where I had my famous line as a 5-year-old. My mother made hamburgers, and I said, "Wow, Mom, these are even better than McDonald's." I rewrote the line in my mind right before I said it, so it would be more pleasing to my mother. I wanted to say something different, I think. I wanted to say, these are almost as good as McDonald's. But I said they were even better. But let's face it, McDonald's at that age, they were way better than what my mom could cook. She wasn't a bad cook. She just wasn't a great cook. She didn't seem to put love into her cooking for some reason. It's just a job for her. Well, she didn't have a lot to work with. Didn't blame my father for that. He didn't have any money. But he was always sick, so he couldn't really have a normal job anyway. So there's my favorite work table in the garage. This area was filled with a bunch of boxes and crap. I never knew what was inside. All that stuff was abandoned when we moved. I don't even know what was in there. I have no idea. Here, lots of fishing gear, fishing tackle. And I would work on my balsa wood airplanes here. This is where I would construct them. That was fun. The oldest brother had a chemistry set that he used once. I had never heard of chemistry before. All right. And dang, it's nighttime. You can barely see. Can't see at all, actually. Here's a table where I had an aquarium, which used to be on the top of the piano with my moth. What were they? I can't remember right now. Here was the jungle gym. I'm gonna have to turn it to day. Okay, let's go to sleep. Lots of memories come up when I build this house, or when I'm just hanging out. Things I'd completely forgotten about, but the house triggers the memories. We had white curtains in the house that were cleaned maybe twice in 10 years. Let's see. To the backyard. Yeah, I can't figure out where the oldest brother's room was. It was over here. Dad's bathroom was here. I got into trouble once for peeing on the toilet seat, and he came home and was furious. You would have thought I had chopped off my mother's hand or something. He was so pissed. So now as an adult, it can't be about me peeing on a seat. We're talking about a frustrated man. Frustrated, angry man. If my son peed on a toilet seat, I'd just show him how to wipe it off. Here's where Uncle Howard came and was chopping wood with my brother Dan. They would spend hours back here. This happened multiple times. Danny didn't have anyone paying attention to him. But this man, Uncle Howard, he was so nice. He would spend hours, and They would just saw wood and hang out. I don't know what they did. I was kind of jealous because no one was spending time with me. I guess they figured I didn't. I wasn't special needs enough to have any human contact. Here's where the old washing machine was. I used to go in there and twirl around. And there was also a horse on springs that ended up here. And I used to bounce on that. I really liked it, but it ended up back here, and I would get on it once in a while when I got completely bored. And then, of course, it deteriorated, and we didn't bring it to the Bountiful house. It was a fun horse. And our grandmothers bought us lots of toys. We were doing good with toys. We had 12-inch G.I. Joes. We had the Bionic Man. We had Star Trek toys and the Enterprise bridge. We had everything. We had models. But somehow at this house, I was very bored and very lonely, and I had friends, but being at this house, I was miserable. Except when I was watching Rocky and Bullwinkle at 5:30 in the morning and no one was up, and I was happy. And this is when I was 5 years old. I thought I saw a ghost, but maybe I had just had sleep in my eyes. It didn't really look human, but I convinced myself that I had seen a human ghost. But it was just a blur. I can still see what I saw. It was just stupid. I probably had dust in my eyes from just waking up. How stupid is that? And then the TV eventually got moved over here. There's a whole history to this house. And then we moved. All right, thanks for watching.